How you doing, Rusty? Huh? Having a good time?
Hi, I'm Jim Munich. Over the next hour or so, Rusty and I are going to forage for wild fruit, nuts, and berries. We'll share with you cooking tips, folklore, and American Indian uses. Co-author Dr. Jim Duke, botanist, poet, and musician, has provided me with the vital threads of information that bind this program together. From his files and from other authorities, let's discover the role plants play maintaining our good health and well-being. Along the way, we'll explore the American wilderness and visit the wildlife that are so absolutely dependent on plants for their continued existence. Let's begin our journey in winter, when the trees that bleed awaken to share their sweet life blood. There are 3 maples that I typically tap for sap. Sugar maple, Acer saccharum, is preferred. This is the silver maple leaf, Acer saccharinum. And here's red maple, Acer rubrum. Note the red petiole on red maple. Tree sap begins flowing with the January thaw and may continue through the 1st of May depending on your location in North America. Best days are after a cold night with rising temperatures throughout the daylight hours. Make a hole with a brace and bit. A 3/8 or 7/16 fast-cutting wood bit is ideal. Be certain the tree is 10 inches in diameter before drilling. If the tree is too small, the shock of drilling and draining may harm it. It takes about 40 gallons of sap, plus or minus, to make a gallon of syrup. A big tree may produce 100 gallons of water in one season. This is a 3-step process. Fill all 3 pans with sap. Bring the sap to a rapid rolling boil and keep it there. Boil out half the water, then transfer sap from pan 2 into 3 and 1 into 2. Then refill pan 1 and pan 2 with fresh sap. If she blushes, realize that's what makes the sap rise. Repeat this process until the syrup in pan 3 begins to sheet on a flapjack flipper. Maple syrup is great on pancakes. Ask Rebecca. Ask Rusty. What's Rusty all riled up about? Apples, that's what. Apples of the genus Malus and crab apples of genus Pyrus are great health food. Eating fresh, uncooked apples fights bacteria. They actually clean your teeth. They may relieve constipation, improve digestion, and are diuretic. According to a study, 2 apples a day may lower blood cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and keep blood sugar levels steady. But please don't eat the seeds. They contain cyanide. One person actually died from eating a cupful of seeds. Cherries of the genus Prunus are cultivated and found wild nationwide. Amerindians powdered cherry bark and spread it on open sores. Used it to treat coughs. To treat snow blindness, Indians held their head over a pot of boiling cherry bark. All cherry seeds contain cyanide. Seeds should be discarded before cooking or eating. Hawthorns of the genus Crataegus may be found throughout North America. There are over 100 species. Species are difficult to distinguish. Hawthorn is a conspicuous, densely branched tree armed with long, sharp thorns. I've used the thorns for sewing needles. The fruits are all edible, some much better than others. An extract from hawthorn, a flavonoid, may dilate blood vessels and lower blood pressure. This action may reduce the tendency towards angina. But please, consult your physician before supplementing your diet with haws to treat a heart condition. I promised this guy some sweet tooth stew. First you need mountain ash, Sorbus americana. Mountain ash has compound feather-like leaves that are finely toothed along the margins. Berries are in large clusters, orange-red when ripe. Their taste improves after 1 or 2 frosts. Amerindians use mountain ash berries to treat scurvy, worms, and colds. Try cooking 2 cups of mashed mountain ash berries with 2 cups of cider and a half cup of honey. Add a teaspoon of cinnamon and the pulp and rind of a lemon. Simmer for 5 minutes to make a delicious hot drink, or cook down for 30 minutes to make a marinade for chicken, fish, and wild game. Mulberries are common throughout North America. This is white mulberry, Morus alba. Here's black mulberry, Morus nigra. It is said the leaves and unripe fruit are slightly hallucinogenic. Make a mulberry parfait by layering berries with whipped cream. Garnish with a berry and serve. A simple crowd pleaser and a real eye-opener. Persimmon, Diospyros virginiana, is a large shrub or small tree with gray to brown bark. Leaves are dark, shiny green, and elliptical, broadest near the base or middle and tapering toward the end. The fruit is ripe in autumn and is delicious right off the tree. For easiest preparation, collect the fruit after the first frost. The tough skin is easily penetrated. Service berries or June berries of genus Amelanchier are shrubs or small trees ranging from 2 feet tall to over 15 feet. They have ovate to round leaves. Amelanchier canadensis, an eastern variety, has finely toothed leaves along the entire margin. Saskatoon service berries, Amelanchier alnifolia, found west of the Mississippi, have leaves that are coarsely toothed along the upper margin. The fruits ripen all summer long depending on your location in North America. They may be eaten right off the tree. I like them on cereal. Or dry them like raisins under the windshield of a car. Or cook the berries into a soup. They are abundant and easy to find. They may also be mixed with blueberries. Viburnums are a very large genus approximating 150 berry-producing shrubs. This is Viburnum dentanum. Notice the large teeth on the leaves. Here's Viburnum prunifolium, the black haw, with its ovate, finely and sharply toothed leaf. Here's Viburnum lentago, the nannyberry, with its finely toothed and long pointed leaf. And this is Viburnum triloba, high-bush cranberry, with its 3-lobed leaf. Once more, Viburnum dentatum, Viburnum prunifolium, Viburnum lentago, with the pointed leaf, and Viburnum triloba. Viburnums are bland to bitter in taste. Mix viburnum berries with citrus fruits and cook with honey. Just fair in pies and jellies. They taste better after a frost or two. Okay, before we go on, here are some foraging rules you should adhere to. Number 1, before eating any wild plants, study with an expert, or take the plant to an expert for positive identification. Rule 2, after positive identification of a plant, taste only a small amount of it. This precaution may provide some protection from allergic reaction. Rule number 3, beware of the carrot family. Learn to distinguish hemlock here from American elder here before eating elderberries. Dr. Duke and I do not endorse herbal self-medication or self-diagnosis. Please see a physician before you treat any illness with herbs. Practice conservation. Forage with permission only and only harvest plants that are abundant. Learn to transplant trees and shrubs to areas where they have disappeared. There are numerous species of blackberries from the genus Rubus. Here's California or trailing blackberry, Rubus ursinus. This is Himalayan, Rubus procerus. Here's cutleaf blackberry, Rubus laciniatus. This is Rubus eleganensis. Typically, blackberries have white five-petaled flowers, thorny vines, and compound leaves with 3 to 5 leaflets. Blackberries may be made into pastries, jams, and tea. Salmonberry here, Rubus spectabilis, has the color of salmon and closely resembles salmon eggs. This berry is abundant in moist places of the Pacific Northwest. It spoils rapidly, eat fresh, or cook with meats. The thimbleberry, Rubus parviflorus, a close relative of blackberry, is found in moist areas along streams in the mountain states, Canada, the Northwest, and California. Note the large distinctive leaf. Have thimbleberries and salmonberries with other berries on cereal. Blueberries. For my foraging efforts, the blueberry is most versatile. This berry may be harvested in the wild or at U-pick farms and should be frozen in prodigious quantities. Why all the hype? Blueberries contain pecorin that attacks the diarrhea-causing bacteria E. coli. Blueberries contain anthocyanosides that may protect us from hardening of the arteries by blocking the penetration of cholesterol into the arterial walls. Blueberries are also rich in antibacterial and antiviral chemistry. Buffaloberry or soapberry, Shepherdea canadensis, may be found on the prairie, high plains, in the Rockies, and east through Michigan to Newfoundland. Note the mottled leaves and spotted berries. This bitter fruit contains saponins. Saponins in high concentrations may be hazardous to your health, so avoid buffalo berries. Bunchberry of the Cornus genus is a 6-inch high member of the dogwood family. It is found in the northern tier of states and Canada coast to coast. The plant prefers a moist, shady forest floor. The fruit is edible but bland. Combine it with blueberries, huckleberries, or blackberries. All ripen at the same time. If you have access to an acid bog that contains carnivorous pitcher plants, then cranberries can't be far. More common in the northern tier of states and Canada, cranberries are found clinging to delicate feather-like branches. Eating cranberries and drinking their juice may prevent urinary infections. They kill viruses and bacteria, and perhaps inhibit the development of kidney stones. This is American elder of the eastern U.S., Sambucus canadensis. And here's blue elder of the west, Sambucus caerulea. Elderberries are versatile. Make jelly. Cook down the juices for soft drinks and fruit pies. Eskimos cook elderberries and other berries with honey. 1 portion honey to 3 portions of berries. Spoon licking good. Flower petals are often eaten and the berries have been used for years, but be certain you have positive identification. Elderberry flowers look very similar to poison hemlock flowers here. Remember, poison hemlock has this purple splotchy stem. Typically, gooseberries have spiny branches and currants do not. This tiny eastern black currant, Ribes americanum, is sweet and refreshing. Prickly gooseberry, Ribes cynosbati, found east of the Rockies, has spines both on the branches and berry. This is West Coast spineless gooseberry, Ribes divaricatum. Currants and gooseberries contain GLA, gamma-linolenic acid. Unsubstantiated claims suggest GLA may be useful treating acne, obesity, and schizophrenia. Wild grapes of the genus Vitis are found throughout North America. They are often found clinging to trees and other structures. These are tough, woody vines with tendrils. Berries are typically dark, purple to black. Grapes may be dried for raisins. I simply put grapes in the window of my van and in a few days, raisins. Caution, be careful not to mistake wild grapes for moonseed. Moonseed of the Memisperum genus, seen growing here, looks like grape but has a single seed. Note the crescent moon on the seed. Learn to identify moonseed before foraging for grapes. Note also grapevines hang loosely from trees, whereas poison ivy vines cling by hairs to trees. Poison ivy has 3 leaves. Huckleberries of the genus Galusaceae and the genus Vaccinium are either black, deep blue, or red. They look like blueberries but are slightly inferior in taste. The red huckleberry of the west coast prefers moist areas. It is delicate in taste. In the mountains east of the Pacific, you'll find the blue huckleberry, here near the slopes of Mount Rainier. Kinnikinick or bearberry, Arctostaphylos uva ursa, and Arctostaphylos alpina are found in the mountain states of the west and in the northern tier of states and in most of Canada. It is a low-lying shrub, circumarboreal. The leaves are shiny, evergreen. The bland berry is principally used as a tasteless survival food. This is Oregon grape. There are several edible Mahonia species. Oregon grape here, the most notable. The shrub looks like holly. Although some people eat the berries and leaves of Oregon grape, Dr. Duke and I do not recommend eating this plant. Oregon grape, like barberry, contains berberine. Also, Oregon grape looks similar to poisonous holly here. Partridge berry, Michella repens, is subarboreal, a tiny creeper growing around the base of trees in moist woods. The berry is bland, hard to find, unsustaining even as a survival food. The pawpaw, Asimina triloba, has large, light green leaves, broadest near the tip. The large fruit tastes somewhat like mango. Remove the skin and seeds, then eat raw or prepare like custard. Very good. Prickly pear cactus, genus Opuntia, is found in the southwest, south, east, and in many dry areas of the west. The flowers, leaves, and fruits are edible. Leaves may be harvested, stripped of their spines, sliced, then parboiled. Next, cut off the tough skin. Then saute the leaves with chopped onions, green pepper, and tomatoes. Scramble with eggs. Serve on a tortilla with salsa. The fruits may be made into jelly. Peel the fruit, mash and simmer out the juices. Strain. Add a package of pectin, 2½ cups of sugar. Bring the sauce to a boil. Pour into jars and refrigerate. Eating the leaves of nopal variety of Opuntia may lower blood glucose and insulin levels in diabetes patients. But please consult your family physician before attempting this or any other self-medication. Black raspberries, Rubus occidentalis, are found nationwide. This spreading shrub has compound leaves with 3 to 5 leaflets. Wild red raspberry, Rubus idius, is common in the northeast, mountain states, and all of southern Canada. It has erect stems, 3 to 5 leaflets. This particular plant was found near Yellowstone National Park at an elevation of 6,000 feet. A word of caution. You may be allergic to any new food, whether it be from the bush or the supermarket. So don't eat any new plant until you are absolutely certain of its identification and that it won't disagree with you. Remember, something I enjoy, you may be allergic to. Salal, Gaultheria shalan, is a thicket-forming shrub of the northwest, closely related to wintergreen. Leaves are oval, leathery. Berries ripen in August and September. Try salal berries combined with sautéed shellfish, fresh dill, oregano, marjoram, and cheese, all stuffed into a squash blossom. Coat in egg batter, sauté in peanut oil, an unforgettable experience. Here are a few poisonous berries you should learn to identify and avoid. Poison hemlock with its purple spotted stem. Holly with its evergreen leaves. And the grape-like moonseed with the crescent moon. Bittersweet or poisonous nightshade is a climbing vine with unique leaves. Here's poisonous pokeweed. This is poisonous red osier. And the toxic berry of horse nettle. Hazelnut, Corylus americana, thrives across North America. It provides a bountiful harvest. Crack the thin shell and eat them out of hand. Or try hazelnuts in a cucumber sandwich. Slice cucumbers onto bread, cover cucumbers with hazelnuts, lather with mayonnaise, chill and serve. There are several species of walnuts of the juglin genus found across the United States. Nuts vary in size. The best nuts come from the black walnut, Juglans nigra. Once hulled, throw walnuts into hot water. The floating nuts are no good. Throw them away. The hot water also makes shelling easier. Pine nuts of the evergreen genus Pinus edulis are delicious. This is a mountain tree of Colorado and the Southwest. The shell and inner skin must be removed. Pine nuts are a great trail food. They are wonderful in gravy, salads, and cooked with greens. For now, goodbye from Dr. Duke and Rusty. We'll be seeing you again soon.
That's